without always simply dropping taxpayer dollars out of airplanes.
So apparently Senator Vitter not alone in not being happy with the president's stimulus plan. In fact, Republican Governor Mark Sanford of South Carolina, who strongly opposed the stimulus plan, now wants a waiver for some of that federal money. He wants a waiver from the White House so that some $700 million in stimulus funds can be used to pay down his state's debt. Chris Kofinas is a Democratic strategist and former Edwards Communications Director for the 2008 presidential campaign, and Nick Ayres, Executive Director of the Republican Governors Association. Welcome, both of you. Thank you so much. Chris and Nick, I want to play what Governor Sanford said in his own words before we discuss his theory on what should be done here.
We don't think it's a good idea to spend money that you don't have. We don't think it's a good idea to spend money that you don't have at a personal level. We don't think it's a good idea to spend money that you don't have at a state government level, or for that matter, a federal level.
So, Chris, does the governor have a point here that he should be able to direct this money the way he sees best for his state, as we put it earlier, a la carte?
He doesn't have a point, and not only does he not have a point, he clearly does not understand what a stimulus is supposed to do. The whole idea behind President Obama's stimulus package is to create and save jobs. And when you're the governor of a state like South Carolina, which has serious budgetary problems, and if you don't accept the stimulus money as specified, it's going to lead to the loss of jobs in education, in the police departments, and corrections, as well as, other potential cuts. It just doesn't make any sense. This is unfortunately Governor Sanford playing politics, in my opinion, playing politics for 2012 instead of addressing the needs of his state.
Nick, and we're hearing that from other lawmakers as well. They think this is more about positioning rather than the best way to use this money. Help us understand the case then from the governor,
Sure.
if it's better to use it as debt than some of the budgetary issues that they have in that state.
Well, look, Governor Mark Sanford's been very consistent since the whole debate of the stimulus has arisen that you don't solve a debt problem with more debt. And I would expect the Democrats to point to partisan politics or 2012 to dismiss this. But you've got to really look at the facts. This is a problem that debt got us into this. And he's simply saying that as a governor, he feels like for his state, the best thing he can do with the $700 million is to strengthen the state's balance sheet. That's absolutely appropriate for a governor to do. It's not any different than a small business or a major business would do in a time of a recession. You want to strengthen your balance sheet, get your company in a stronger position, so when things recover, you're in the best possible shape to take care of your customers, and that's what he's doing as governor, as opposed to what the White House and Democrats are proposing doing right now, which is increasing spending. They're going to push through cap and trade, which is going to make our energy more expensive. It's a litany of things.
Nick, let me ask you this quickly then. How will having it Governor Sanford's way create, I'll give you 10 jobs. How will it create a job?
My question to you, and
because that's the stimulus, right? It's supposed to create jobs, get people back to work. Isn't that the goal of it?
Sure. Well, if you subscribe to that theory, others would call it socialism, that government shouldn't be in the role of creating jobs, that you've got to leave that to the private markets and the private sector.
Go ahead, jump in, Chris.
I mean, this is just an illogical response. I mean, when you have a state like South Carolina, once again, that is in debt, mind you, way before President Obama was sworn into the White House, and you have the president and the Congress saying, here is a stimulus package, hundreds of millions of dollars that are going to help protect and save South Carolinian jobs.
Well, they're going to help protect teachers' jobs, police officers' jobs.
How does it not make sense to do that?
South Carolina's jobless rate is over 10. It's over 10%, actually. That's higher than the national average.
Let me just go back to what he just said. It would be one thing. All the governors met with President Obama in Philadelphia and encouraged him, if he sought a stimulus, that it be on shovel-ready infrastructure jobs, and he committed to do that. This stimulus bill has been much different, much like the omnibus bill he's likely going to sign this week, ridden with pork barrel projects. The money that he is deferring to pay down debt, in his own budget proposal, he was able to get the same dollars to the education programs that this money was going to. So this isn't.
But again, here's the problem. But again, here's the problem with your logic. The consequence of not accepting the stimulus money, as the Obama administration is specifying, is you're going to lose jobs, not create jobs. The purpose of the stimulus package is to create jobs.
Nick, Chris, we're out of time. Thank